All right, so we're going to try something new today, a little experiment, but they're based on some of the comments we've gotten on our cutting board finishing videos. Our first cutting board finish video, I show you how to use mineral oil and make your own paste wax for this type of cutting board, a long grain cutting board. And then in our second cutting board video, which is right here, I show you how to speed up that same finishing process on an end grain cutting board. But there was a comment in the first cutting board finish video where someone asked if they could use stain on their cutting boards, and that brought up a really important principle that I want you to understand about the finishing that goes onto your cutting board, and that is basically that our finish on a cutting board needs to penetrate into the wood, and it cannot make a film on the top of the wood, or else the process of cutting through that with your knife will slice into that film and allow water and bacteria to collect underneath, and it can absolutely ruin the finish on your cutting board by either making it flake off or by causing black mold to form underneath it. So your traditional stains that have linseed oil and the things you see over the counter at your home improvement store, you do not want to put those on your cutting board. They will cause problems. There are another type of stains called penetrating stains, and they sink deep into the pores, much like the mineral oil that we use in this finish does. But they're generally made with chemicals. They're not guaranteed non-toxic. So my thought was that we could use a food-based food coloring, an all-natural food coloring that is made from natural ingredients. The yellow is made from turmeric, the red is made from beets, and they call out what the ingredients are on the product. So I want to see if that works. I tried a little sample here, and it seems to penetrate the wood well. So let's try a few different colors, see if we can mix the colors to get a variety of stains, and then see if our finish that we show in our first cutting board finish video holds on top of that. So let's try this out. All right, so again, this is just food coloring, and it's all natural. It costs a little more, but to me, for the purpose, it's worth the extra money. So let's just try each color, okay? So this is supposed to be red, and I think this is made from beets, and we'll just get a line of the red. And that is giving me a very sort of thin red. But it's possible I could build up more coats. Another thing is, if it's not penetrating well, you may choose to stain it, to sand it with a coarser grain sandpaper. I'm going to let that sit there, okay? And it's kind of neat because you get some wild colors here. We're going to try some green here. And again, this doesn't seem to be sinking in as well as that yellow did on my first one. Maybe I don't thin it out as much as I have here. This was the package directions. Okay, clean rag. And this is orange. That seems to be giving me a nice rich color. And this is blue. Again, this one's a little thinner. All right, so we're getting different levels of saturation with our color. We could play with the amount of water that we mix in, but I want to show you what happens when we mix the colors, because if you don't want these vibrant colors, you might want something more sort of neutral. Let's just cover a basic concept of color theory in that. So when I mix the red with the green, those are two complementary colors. When I mix them together, I'll get gray. But really, usually the gray that results from this is what we would really think of as brown. And when I mix the orange with the blue, I will get what in color theory they'll call is a gray. And that's going to be more the gray, the sort of slate gray that we think of. At least that's how it works with paint. Let's see how it works with food coloring. So I'm just going to pour that right in there. Oh. See if I prove myself wrong. This is actually looking a lot more like what I would think of brown. Kind of a puke brown. Raw sienna, right? And then we'll mix these two together. And this is, again, more of a plain brown and very thin. This seems like the orange is the one that has the best color saturation so far. All right, I'm going to go with the yellow since it's already dry, and I'll set this aside, and we'll see if our mineral oil finish bonds well to the food coloring. All right, so basically I just want to see if the mineral oil takes the food coloring off or if it stays. And if it stays, then it's a viable color if you like weird colored coloring boards. Seems like the orange and the yellow work the best. And yeah, it's not coming off of my rag. It's still there. All right, so it didn't take the color off. It's still there. So this is a viable way to get some color on your cutting boards if you want to. Don't know when you really want to, but so I hope I don't waste your time. You can push me down in the comments. Watch the cutting board finish video, and hopefully you'll like that enough that you'll subscribe.